Today is Friday.
Thalmor Radio. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thalmor Radio. Yeah, he's coming at you from the top. Oh no, no, he won't stop. Thalmor Radio. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Thalmor Radio.
Thalmor Radio.
Same, it's playing the Thalmor Radio theme. What else could it possibly be playing? Welcome, everyone, to the Christmas 2021 episode of Thalmor Radio. I am your host, Thalmor, and it's Christmas, so I hope you all have been good boys and girls. None of you are girls, but I hope you've been good boys. I hope Santa brings you a very nice gift. I hope that you have coal in your stockings, because if you have coal, you can sell it on the market and make money. Or you can use that coal with iron to make steel, but that's okay either way. But you should only make steel if you have ironworks. That's the only way it becomes worth it. But we are here, and I got a short episode, probably 30 minutes. I'm probably not going to go for that long because I want to go back to practicing my writing. But I got a few things to go over. Some stuff has happened this past week, so I want to talk about that along with some other bullshit I've been thinking about. Number one thing, and I will be circling back to this later, on Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday, I hope it was Tuesday, earlier this week, I had a bonus show for about 30-40 minutes because Alpha disbanded, and they disbanded in a spectacular way because they were cheating. And there's been some updates on that I will go into later. But go check out that bonus show. Kills Bob just posted it in chat. So after this show, if you want some more content, you can go listen to that. I tell you guys, it's been a busy couple of months. I've done like probably 1.8 shows a week. Like between Royal Orbis radio shows, I think I was a guest somewhere. Like it has been, yeah, like Blitz shows and stuff. It's been a busy couple of months, but I've enjoyed doing them. So there you go, lots of content. And thank you to Kills Bob and to Soup for recording all these things. They work hard doing it. They have a lot of patience. They have helped contribute to the community and what they've been doing. So go listen to that after this show is done. And I'm a little frustrated with some things with these shows because see, obviously I do my Friday show at 9 p.m. like I'm doing right now, right? But I also like to do like bonus emergency shows when dramatic things happen, like a blitz happens or an alliance, explodes like Alpha did spectacularly. I like doing those. The problem though is sometimes there are conflicts in time slots. And I like to do Royal Orbis radio shows. The Royal Orbis radio stuff though, that tends to happen because someone else wants it to happen, like Vice or Zig or Justinian. And so essentially, like any time of the week at any date, you didn't really miss anything, Kiwi, don't worry. At any time of the day, at any week, you can have a show pop up, which is a little annoying because like I do my show at 9. Azazel has started doing a show on Sundays at 9, and like Jack and Rainbow, they do stuff here and there too. So there's been a few with some of these shows over the past couple months. There's been some conflicts in schedules, and I don't like that. And it's been frustrating to work around. My way of dealing with it has been try to move whenever possible, but if it's not possible to make sure they don't conflict at all, then what I do is I do my thing. And when I'm done, I send my listeners over to the other thing. Oh, hold on. Kills Bob, talking about something, or else there'll be dead air. I live again. My apologies, folks. My Thalmor came over in search of food and she couldn't find it. So that's sad, but that's okay because she can just eat one of the cats. So, what was I talking about before? I don't remember. What was I talking about? Oh, I don't like the time. Yes. So I don't like the conflict in schedules and stuff. And I like how I address it though with how I'll do my thing if there's going to be a conflict, and when I'm done, I just send people to like that's what I did earlier. Like Jackson chat right now, and what happened is I think it was the Alpha show, the Alpha emergency show. I did my thing, and when I was done, I ended with saying, "Hey, also Jack and Rainbow do a thing on this time. Go check them out." And I did that, and like I think last week, no, it was Sunday when the Blitz happened. Uh, the show with me, Vice, and Morph that was going to conflict with Azazel's show. So what I did then was again when the show was ended, I directed people over here, and a lot of people did come over for that. So I thought that was really cool. But the time conflicts are very annoying, and I'm going to be thinking of a way to avoid that. Maybe I'm going to make like a list of shows and what times they are, so people can work around them. So I don't know, but that's how I feel about it. I hope that it can eventually be dealt with because they are annoying. Oh, thank you, Jack. I will pin that right now so I can look back at it later. Killsbob already did it. Damn, Killsbob, you got a quick pin. All right, so that's that. And so now, guys, it's Chris. I did this last year for Christmas. I'm going to do it again now. I'm going to share the Christmas story as it is in the Bible. So, if you guys here, if you really want to be based, go get a Bible. But if you don't want to be based, here's a link. It's the Bible Gateway from Luke. I'm reading from chapter 2. I'm reading from the King James Version because that's how I was raised. I was raised on King James. So I'm going to be reading about the first half of Luke 2. So read along with me, and we're going to go over the Christmas story. Starting from verse 1 from chapter 2. And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius was governor of Syria. And all went to be taxed, every one to his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the fields, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone around about them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And there shall be a sign unto you: ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men. So there you go. So that is the Christmas story. That is the purpose of Christmas. Christmas is for the celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. Easter is for his resurrection, but that is a February thing, and it is December, so I won't talk about Easter. But there you go. So I am a Christian. Zig is a Christian. I'm not so sure about Azazel, Kills, or Soup, but that's how things are. I wonder what Zig is doing, actually. He's probably busy with family. But there you go. That's the Christmas story. Remember the reason for the season, folks. It's for our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And that's all I really got to say on that right there. So that's the special internal. I am going to continue with the show. And let's talk now about politics and war. We talked about Christ, the Bible, heaven. Let's talk about hell, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about politics and war. And my first topic for politics and war is sanctuary is not a real alliance. So there's a war going on, folks, and it's Clock versus Rose Sphere, and we are winning, and that's pretty cool. Uh, it's been fun. Rose actually is putting up a good fight. This war, being a former member of KT, I am very used to two kinds of wars. Number one, complete curb stomp. Lots of military, low infra, fight a bunch of people, completely wreck them. Okay, you saw that a lot during the Crusades earlier this year and last year. You know, we just wreck people. And then usually the second kind of war happens, which is we get wrecked. And so, you know, a lot of wars, it's either you're completely dominating or you're completely getting dominated and you have to fight guerrilla. You know, launching missiles, attacking with one ship, attacking with max soldiers, that kind of stuff. And so this is the first war that I have fought in a long time that is number one, conventional, but number two, I'm actually getting stressed out about because now Rose has been effectively neutered now, but those first 2 days from Sunday to Tuesday, I was I came pretty close to getting overrun. I ultimately didn't. I ultimately got like I got bailed out by this Eclipse City 36 guy, and I was able to get a handle on my offensive wars, and that enabled me. No, I got a handle on my defensive wars, and I was able to keep a hold of my offensive. So I'm riding pretty high right now. Today, after today's day change, you know, I'm at max planes, max ground with tons of rebuy left. So I'm flying pretty high. And so what's been interesting is this alliance named Sanctuary, uh, which is fighting alongside Rose. They have pieced out. They are done. And they surrendered to Clock. There are no real terms, just a white peace and an agreement not to, you know, participate in the war anymore, not provide aid. So that's over. And apparently, this sanctuary. First off, my initial reaction to the news was to dunk on Sanctuary because Guys, look, back in like 2015, 2016, it was normal to like fight a war and it go for like 1 week or 2 weeks. But it's 2020, it's 2021, almost 2022, and the current meta is you better have some endurance, okay? Just like in the bedroom, you better be able to go more than one round if you want to please people. And guys, I don't think Sanctuary is pleasing anything. Apparently, they have a habit of piecing out early out of wars. They did it, I think, with the Johnsons. I think they did it, or maybe it was with like, no, they were part of a different block and they pieced out early and got kicked out. This is like the second or third, holy see, thank you. This is like the second or third time that they've pieced out real early. And I don't have much respect for. I mean, they were already a nobody, anyways. I didn't even know they existed, but like they have gone in my mind from not being known to being kind of disliked because it is. It just looks bad. It looks bad if you can't stay in the fight and tough it out for a little bit. Okay, I thought it looked like Mystery and Oasis. I thought it looked bad that they signed their Mega Block, and I think it looked bad that they well, actually, I take it back because I think we approached them for peace first. So I take it back. But, you know, to be respectable in the meta right now, you have to be able to endure, a couple rounds of war. You have to be able to take it on the chin and keep taking it on the chin while dishing it back. And Sanctuary has not done that. They've pieced out, they have a history of it. There's probably gonna be no consequences because look, Rose is a very political community. They're very successful politically. They're very successful economically. They're not so good at fighting, but they make up for it in other ways. And I don't think they'll kick Sanctuary out or anything. But if Sanctuary was to I think Sanctuary is going to be stuck with Rose because I don't think they're going to be taken by any other group. And we'll see what happens, I guess. But maybe Rose will probably eat Sanctuary. Before next year is out, Sanctuary will either disband or get eaten by Rose. That's what I see happening, barring something really dramatic happening. Rose will eat everyone. Well, they do like to eat people. That is true. How many alliances have merged into Rose over the years? It's probably close to 10, right? It's been a number. But anyway, it's technically 100. Merging into Rose offers nothing. See, Jack, you think that, but like that goes to show Rose's political prowess. They are a very political alliance. They are very competent politically. They establish these ties with these communities, and they ultimately convince these communities that it's better for them to join Rose than to remain independent. And that is a very hard thing that's something that I think everyone tries to do and most people fail out. But Rose is able to do it and do it repeatedly. You have to give them credit for that. You have to give them credit. They know something about what they're doing. And that's probably why they want to keep Sanctuary, is to hopefully eventually eat them. So there you go. That's what that's about. Um, so Alpha, there's been, I don't want to say there's been updates, but there's a few things to touch on that have happened since the bonus show. And number one is there's the question of guilt. So obviously the automated nations, like, that's all bullshit. Steve has not been banned, even though I think he probably should be. One Piece has not been banned, even though I think he probably should be. And we'll see what happens there. But the real question of guilt that I think is far more interesting and that I think there is still room to ponder on is what is the guilt of Alpha's allies? So what's the guilt of Polaris that they were allied to something that was clearly a multi-farm? What's the guilt of Church of Adam, who are allied to this multi-farm? What is the guilt of Rose for having this multi-farm in their sphere? And I've looked into two or three of these some. So first off is Rose. Now during the bonus show, Juman Spanky, he came on and made the claim that like Rose was super guilty and whatnot. I asked him for evidence. He didn't really give any. Uh, Seems like to me that Spanky is biased against Rose. He seems to like genuinely have like hatred for Rose. So I don't think he's credible. But I still wanted to explore that some. And so apparently Valkorian and DTC were suspicious of Rose. And what I find peculiar, even though it might not be anything, is Valkorian and DTC, who are not nobodies, they are just, I think DTC's been a part of Rose for years. They are prominent Rosians. They had suspicions about Alpha, and they never really did anything about it, which I think is a little weird. It's like if you think someone in your sphere is a sussy baka and you don't ever do anything about it, that's just a bit weird to me. I brought this up in Ron, and the response I got from people was Thalmor is probably nothing, and I'm inclined to kind of agree. Maybe it is nothing. You know, I don't have an indictment against Rose. I just have the question of, or not even the question, just the ponderance that I think it's weird that they thought something was up and they never did anything about it. But you know, Alex's position for a long time was, well, I don't see any evidence of wrongdoing. And I guess when faced with that, what else are you going to do? So whatever. I don't think it's much of anything. Now, Polaris was the next person, the next group I was interested in. I can't spell his name. What's the name of Polaris's FA guy going around? It starts with a B. Bo. I can't. I'm just gonna call him Bo. He has like a king-looking guy's profile picture. He's a cool dude, it seems. I asked Bo about the Polaris thing, and his response was basically that they were so inactive they didn't know anything. Bohemond Houtville. Again, I'm just gonna call him Bo. So Bo's response was to say that Polaris was so inactive they didn't know anything was going on. I am inclined to agree. This is a defense that I like to refer to as the Your Honor, I'm dumb as fuck, Your Honor. I don't know jack shit about nothing. I'm just a retard. Like, perjury is a hard thing to convict someone on because they do have the defense of, Your Honor, I'm just stupid. I'm just dumb as fuck, Your Honor. And with Polaris, I am willing to accept that. I am willing to accept the I'm retarded defense from Polaris because it's Polaris. So when Bo says we didn't suspect anything because we were too inactive, I am actually inclined to accept that. So when it comes to Polaris, I'm also willing to overlook them. I'm willing to accept them on that. So then the question is, what about Church of Adam? And I think Church of Adam is the most suspicious looking one because I've seen statements from Rose. Rose has washed their hands of the matter. Polaris is doing the I'm dumb as fuck defense, which I personally am willing to accept. I have not seen anything from Church of Adam about it. I'm inclined to believe that Church of Adam is kind of like quietly supportive of Alpha. But also, I believe that after some, I've seen people say this. I don't know the details. This is what I've seen people said. They've said, I've seen people say that Church of Adam took rebuild funds from Alpha so that they, Alpha has a Discord. I'm a part of it. I just think Like all the channels are private, but I think it's been that way for years. I've just never left it. Maybe I can create an invite for it. Well, it's not just anything to see, anyways. But Church of Adam, they see like I'm. They took. I've seen people say they've took rebuild money from Alpha, which means the Church of Adam, has benefited from the multi ring, and so I want to know, what did Church of Adam know, and when did they know it? And maybe that's what we will have a trial over. Because it's time for a trial. It's time for another trial. I'm ready to have another one, maybe early next year, and maybe this can be it. What is Church of Adam's guilt and knowledge of the Alpha cheating? And they took rebuild money. I just think it's hard to be close to Alpha and not see anything. At least I know from Polaris, their defenses, we were inactive. I can accept that. I don't know anything from Church of Adam. I don't know what Church of Adam has said about anything. I haven't seen any screenshots of a statement. I don't know anything about what Church of Adam thinks. If someone can tell me what Church of Adam thinks, I will be happy to accept that. But I don't know anything. So we'll see what happens with all that. Um, that's kind of about it. There's really no other. Did Alpha have any other allies? I talked to James. He said he had no idea. Thank you, Kills Bob. And see, like, I'm a little less inclined to accept that defense stuff from Church of Adam because they took rebuild money. I can think in my mind, Polaris, is they were too inactive to know anything. They were too inactive to have any dealings with Alpha, ongoing dealings. But for James, it's looking a little sussy. Prefontaine says Alpha was a part of the same group Church of Adam was in the whole new cult block. Steve, aka Placentica, was an active independent person. Most of the inactive formations from Spanish Armada who merged into Alpha. So, Pre, are you saying that Steve might be innocent with the whole multi thing? It's interesting you bring up Spanish Armada because I did see some people speculate on that. What's the relationship between Spanish Armada and the cheating in Alpha? And unfortunately, it seems like to me Alpha has been so inactive and quiet for so long. I don't know when the multi stuff even began because they've seemed to be so distant for so long. He gained funds from it. That's his crime. Yeah, gotcha. So who oversaw the multi ring? I would presume Steve did because he was the leader and most active person, but that might not necessarily be true. He did not. Got it. Okay. He was okay. Hmm. Was that R guy? Was an R Johnson? I got the vibe that R Johnson was just one person involved. Anyone involved was banned. Gotcha. There were three real members of Alpha: Steve, Wampus, and the guy doing it. Anyone who benefited was punished. Yeah, that would be Steve and Wampus. Or Wampus, however you pronounce his dumb name. Shouldn't you get Debo or Keva in here? I have no idea who those people are. Unless by Keva you mean Kev. I know him. But I'm confident talking on these topics by myself. Imagine being in alliances non-multi, and there's only one other two actual people have 18 or something not knowing. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Decagon, Deca. Yeah, I think. I think it's hard not to know. I think it's hard not to know, and I'm willing to accept Polaris's on the face. Bit more sussy towards Church of Adam, but it is what it is. And I think it's about it for that angle. The second thing to talk about with with the alpha thing that is updated is Steve is seething really, really, really hard. And it's manifested in a couple different ways. Way number one was these war decks. Steve declared some offensive wars, and in the war decks, he mentions shit from like years ago. And he is super mad. But that's not even the best part. The best part would be this shit. It's going to take a minute for them all to upload. Apologies for the dead air, but I wanted to give the connection the full thing to upload. So Steve has updated his what's it called? Nation description to air out grievances. And it's incredible. Guys, look. I play Politics and War for a lot of reasons. I play it because it gives me a thing to like do this show with. I do this show for a lot of different reasons. I like the Hand of Fate community. I have, associates and online friends here. I like blowing up other people's stuff. But guys, I have to be honest, I'm kind of crazy. I have worms in my the left hemisphere of my brain is infested with worms. The right hemisphere of my brain is like a half solid, half liquid, gelatinous soup that's been melted by 5G networks. All right. And so, a big reason why I play this game is to watch the drama. But especially, like, I like all the drama. Like Alpha being disbanded by Steve after Alex putting most of the alliance into VM. That's funny. Okay, watching alliances explode, watching banks get stolen, watching Lord Tyrion freak out about things, watching spheres form mega blocks because they see their own shadow and they think it's someone with a knife coming at them. That shit is all funny to me, but I love the meltdowns. I love the freakouts. Okay, that shit is my favorite stuff. So seeing Steve just absolutely seethe over shit that happened pre-Fontaine. When did some of this happen? This is like 2015 shit, right? 2014, 2015. This shit, Steve is mad over, he is still mad over things that are almost 8 years old. Okay? 8 years old. Guys, what was you doing 8 years ago? 8 years ago, let's see, that would have been what? 2013? What was I doing 8 years ago in 2013? I was 15. I was a sophomore in high school. Like, there is nothing from 8 years ago that happened that I care about. Like, it's it's all in the past. Like, I am living such a different life. And we're not even talking real life stuff. We're talking a fucking video game. A nation, not even like Eve Online or something. A browser sim. You know what Politics and War is? Politics and War, it's numbers. The entire game, everything in game, it's numbers. Number go up, number go down. Resources, infra, military. Number go up, number go down. That's the whole fucking game. And he's mad about it after 8 years. Hi, Belle. You're a pretty girl. I love you. Yeah. You guys probably can hear my cat meowing at me. She's next to me on a towel, and she's meowing at me because she wants me to pet her, but I don't want to pet her because I can't stretch that far and like keep my finger down the keyboard to use push to talk. Yeah, you're pretty. Maybe I can move the mic over to her. Hold on. Hi, Belle. Okay. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not. Show her? I can show her. I don't know if you guys could hear her meow. Maybe you could. We heard her. Very loud cat. Awesome. I'm happy you guys could hear Belle. Okay, let me go ahead. This is my Christmas gift to you all. Is a picture of my cat. I hope you guys can enjoy, and I hope you all are having a good Christmas, a good Christmas Eve. I hope you get a good gift that you want. I hope you have a good. I hope you make good memories with friends and family, or people who are like family. I hope you eat good food. I hope you stay warm, and I hope all of your commuting is pleasant. There is my cat. That's Miss Belle. She's a very comfy girl. She's laying on two towels. Say hi, Belle. Belle. Yeah, she's such a good girl. So there we go. She is a bit chonky. She's a bit fat. I don't know why. Cause she's I don't. I guess I feed her too much or something, but that's okay. Uh, so that's going with Alpha. Steve is seething really hard. And what did Church of Adam know, and when did they know it? That's basically that's the update. That's about it. So, final call, politics and war. Did anything else happen that I need to go over? Did anything else happen this past week I need to go over? I am guessing no. The way we built some info, that's very nice. Yeah, I got one more meow out of her. That's enough. That's three. Three meows is enough. The way can rebuild infra. That's fine. I think some other alliances are starting to finally demilitarize. Oh, that is right. Thank you, Grave. The Immortals hit Genesis because they want them off the yellow color block. That is cool, I guess. I guess I'm guessing TI Gov wanted a W because they're feeling sore. That's one thing I can think about. Rewind. Don't forget about the new block. Yeah, World Task Force and their allies uh formed a new micro block, and that's basically it. Um, I don't care. I don't know anything else about it because I don't care about it because it doesn't matter. Uh, so there you go. That's it. Um, Thalmor Radio. I do need to get mom back on here. Y'all, do you guys want Thalmor to say hi again sometime soon? I actually let it up to a poll. Actually, I'm lazy. I'll do two polls before I end the show. One is, do you want Thalmor to make another appearance? And two, how are we going to do next week? Because guys, well, I'll save that for. Um, actually, no, I better talk about it now because my next stuff is real life stuff, and you guys don't like real life stuff. So yeah, let me do these two polls, and I will do them. I'll do them in chat here. I don't give a shit. It's unorthodox day. So poll one: do you want Thalmor to make another brief appearance? Check mark for yes, red X for no. And poll number two, and I have to explain this one first. Guys, I cannot do the show next Friday. like I usually do because I do these shows at 9 on Fridays. New Year's Eve is Friday the 31st. On New Year's Eve, my church does what they call a watch service. They do a worship service. My mom is offering to make me rice. I haven't had rice in a long time. I'm going to say yes. Um, um, my church does a watch service from 8 to midnight. So I cannot do the show at the normal time at the normal day. So I want to go to the service. So there are a couple of options. We can do the show. Actually, no, we can't do the show earlier because, like, what? Do it at 6? That's kind of gay. I'd rather do it later. So we can do the show like at 1 a.m. or at like 1 a.m. on Friday. So basically, very early Saturday morning, or we can do the show Saturday night. Those are the two options. Do it Thursday. I think Thursday contradicts with another show. No, it doesn't. So maybe Thursday. So yeah, those are the three options. We could do it Thursday at 9, Saturday morning at 1 a.m., or Saturday night at 9. Those are the three options. Um, I'll just do a poll in community polls with the answer, and I'll do that later. I'll do a big ping so everyone can vote, and that is basically that's it for that. So after the show tonight, I will do that. Um, I probably would record at 1 a.m. Okay, well, okay, so yeah, we might just moving it to Saturday night. Probably the easiest thing, so we might just do that. Um, and that's it for that. So that's it for politics and war. So I'll talk about some dumb real life stuff for like 10 minutes, and then we're done with the show. So if you are, thank you guys for tuning in. If you hear politics and war stuff, now's the time to leave. I'm going to discuss gay real life politics. So, uh, I don't know what to think of Trump anymore because I voted for him twice, and I still liked him up until after the election because I'm silent because I'm thinking because that's how like I feel very complicated about him. He was very disappointing. He was very disappointing throughout his whole presidency. Like the social like he got kicked off of Twitter. He got kicked off of Twitter. Everyone was worried about like social media censorship, right? And he never did anything about it. He said while he was running, they'll probably steal the election from me. They probably did, maybe. I don't know. But he claimed that they did. He didn't do anything about it. Um January 6th, you know, I can see how things that Trump said probably contributed to January 6th happening, which I don't regard January 6th as a bad thing. But he wasn't there for his supporters. He didn't pardon any of them. He didn't do anything for them. And so now, there's what, hundreds of Trump supporters facing jail time. Not a lot. Most of them are like misdemeanors and stuff. Some of them have been held in solitary confinement for like months and months and months, which is completely draconian. But he's just such a he is such a lame duck. I used to say, well, at least Trump didn't get us into any new wars, but he helped Saudi Arabia launch their war in Yemen, and that's killing a lot of people. So I'm I'm running out of good things to say about Trump, and I kind of want. I was thinking that I wanted him to run in 2024 just to own the libs, but like I don't want him as president. He was a complete cluster. Like all of the reasons why I like him don't really apply anymore. And Avatar Patrick said, "LOL, is this because he said he got vaccinated?" That's I don't care he got vaccinated. What I care about is he said gosh, it's frustrating because everything's a fucking problem. The whole vaccine thing is the cultural battleground of right now. Look. If you weigh the pros and cons of getting the vaccine or not getting it, and you decide to get it, or maybe you have a family member you take care of, and that family member is high risk, so you want to get it or whatever, make that decision for yourself. That's fine. I don't give a shit. But the vaccine is something being used by the progressive like that's just the cultural battleground of right now. And for Trump to say, well, it's because of me that we got the vaccine out in less than a year and we saved tens of millions of lives, and you know, that's him capitulate. That's when Bernie Sanders said, yes, vote for Hillary. That was a cuck out. For Trump to say, it's tone deaf. It's tone deaf. You know, there's this cultural war going on, and Trump. I supported Trump because he was based, and he's not based anymore. So, if it was just that, it would be different. But it's everything. It's how Trump kept picking shitty people for his cabinet. Trump couldn't execute on any of his domestic agenda. Trump couldn't. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't do anything. The most he did was that he reined in the executive branch from fucking over people. But even then, it's like I don't know. He was disappointing. I cannot think of a good reason to vote for him. What's a good reason to vote for him for? I can think of anything. Polio is different, Avatar. A polio vaccine, you get the vaccine, you don't get polio, and polio would fuck you up. COVID, you get the COVID vaccine, you have to take booster shots indefinitely, and you're still probably going to get COVID. It's apples to oranges. Rewan says if he wins 2024, he will become the second to do what Glover Cleveland. I don't know what you mean, Rewan. Hospitals in my state are full of capacity due to the selfish unvaccinated. And even if you're vaccinated, you can still end up in the hospital. Which, look, the Herman Cain. Look, I'm unvaccinated. I plan on remaining unvaccinated indefinitely. It's going to take the National Guard slamming me to the ground in a chokehold and injecting me to get me to take the vaccine. Okay, it's going to have to get to the point where like I can go grocery shopping. Like it's going to get really bad before I get the vaccine. But look, guys, Avatar, CCT. Look, if I die from COVID, you guys can dunk on me. You have my permission. You really do. But I'm young. I am weighing the pros and cons, and I'm deciding that I'm going to take the risk. I'm not going to get the vaccine. I'm more concerned with side effects from the vaccine than I am from COVID, especially because this Omicron variant seems to be less severe, anyways. Grover was the 24th and 26th president. No one else has served two non. Oh, that's cool, Rear One. Wait, I thought one of the earlier presidents did that. I thought one of the first presidents did that. But maybe I'm just wrong. Bunyip says, "Red hot take. COVID is the plague of death. Welcome it." and and so I don't know. I don't like Trump. You know, I used to support him a lot, but like he's capitulating culture war issues to the progressive authoritarians. Like I can't see a reason to support him anymore. You know, I kind of dislike him now. I kind of despise him, and there's every indication that he's going to run again in 2024. And I'm bothered because I don't know what the Republican Party is going to do. You know, who does the Republican Party have to run in 2024? You know, there's Ron DeSantis, but I feel like DeSantis would be better off staying in Florida and helping the Floridians. You know, that one North Dakota governor, Kristi Noem, she seems decent, but I don't know. The ideal would be for Rand Paul to become president, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think he'll run. And like, if Trump runs in 2024, like I don't know, it could get messy, but that's okay. Um, the cool thing is that Biden and Kamala Harris are just so unlikable. They're so unlikable, and like Biden is such a lame duck, and the Republicans might be able to win in 2024 no matter what. I want to see how the midterms go over. I want to see how the midterms go over. That'll be interesting. He's not capitulating. He wants everyone to take his beautiful vaccine. So I don't know. American politics is really fucked. I'm very displeased with it, and that's just how it is. All right, that's it. That's all I got to say. It's all fucked. It's all fucked, and I don't like Trump anymore. Um, if Republicans want to win 24, but like I, just because I don't like Trump doesn't mean he can't win. Like, especially because like I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to end the show on this is a downer note. I don't want to end the show on a negative note. What's a positive thing? What's a positive non-political thing? Or even if it is political, something that's like people don't care about. I can't think of anything. Two is a positive. Two is a positive number. Two is a. I like two. Two is fun because two is so easy to do. It's just 2, 4, 6, 8, and it's like that for infinity. All numbers that is a multiple of two in the same way, so it's really easy to calculate. Two plus two plus. Oh fuck. 2 plus 2 plus. I know that song, Jack. I just can't. I can't do it because I'm not a rapper. I'm not a rapper. I'm white and I'm a country hillbilly inbred hick, so I can't rap. but that's okay. I don't have to be able to rap. Uh, I'm I'm practicing a lot of writing, and link, please. What do you want to link to? The song? The song that I'm talking about? Okay. Fuck. What was it called? It's Main's Not Hot. I won't link it because that's annoying. Thank you, Kills. It's Man's Not Hot. It's a decent song. Um, yeah. I gotta think. Guys, I'm frustrated. I can't think of a good thing to end the show on. Oh, I got it. I got it. I know. I know. Monday morning was a fuck because these strange dogs showed up and they were bothering my dogs, and it was a bitch and a half to put the dogs inside the house and in kennels so they wouldn't tear apart each other. But we called animal control who came out. Oh, those pigeons will never upload. It was a black and white dog, one male, one female, and animal control got them. And the way animal control works is that they fight the owners. They fight the owners. Listen to me. They find the owners, then put them up for adoption. Right? Usually after about 5 days. After 5 days, they can't find the owner. They go for adoption. And so the local Facebook page for the Humane Society put the picture of the dogs on there to try to find the owners. And I check back every day to see if they ever found the owners or not, because I really, because the dogs had collars and I really wanted them to reunite with their owner. And I checked today and the pictures were gone. And what I think that means is I think they removed the pictures of the dogs because they were able to find the owners. And I'm really happy about that because those dogs, they were so sweet and they were so cute, and I'm so happy they were able to find the owners. Like the one white dog, the girl dog would lay down and let me rub her belly, but then she would nibble on my fingers, and it was really cute. No docs, Bunyip. No docs. You can't dox me. Um, the black dog was also really. The black dog would get close to me. The black dog was whining a lot, though. I don't know why, but it was whiny, and the black dog would lick my fingers. They were just so sweet. So I'm happy I was able to find the owners. So those dogs probably got reunited with their owners, ladies and gentlemen. That's the positive note to end the show on. Was the dogs most likely got reunited with their owners? Belle, any final comments? Belle, any final comments? Oh, now you won't talk. Belle. Come on, you pussy, say something. I can't get her to talk, guys, but that's okay. I can't get her to talk. All right, well, that's it. That's the show. Kills Bob. Uh, play the theme, then end the recording when the theme is done.
Thalmor Radio. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thalmor Radio. Yeah, he's coming at you from the top. Oh no, no, he won't stop. Thalmor Radio. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Thalmor Radio.
Thalmor Radio.
Good night.